Welcome to the Utah Football Fans Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, go Utes.
All right, let's go to the game.
Okay, championship game. Woo! Next Monday night.
Well, who you got and why? Who do you have and why?
I think Michigan wins. I think their ability to control the clock is going to be a huge factor here. I just think that that their offense is going to be able to control the clock. They'll run the ball. They'll be able to pass the ball against Washington better than they have against other teams. And they have a very good defense. This is probably the best defense. This is the best defense that Washington's going to have faced. I think Michigan. I think they're too good. I think they win probably by 7 would be my guess. And I think I checked earlier today. I think right now it's a 4.5 point favorite for Michigan. So I would love Washington to win. I'm going to be cheering for Washington. That's who I want. I would love to see Penix win it. He's been. I can't stop cheering for the guy. But if I had to say, I put Michigan as the winner.
I'm going Washington. I'm going to do it. You know what? I've been cheering for him all year. I'm cheering for him still. I'm going to be a homer in this one because I think it's going to be extremely difficult. Michigan is good, and the matchup, I think, probably favors Michigan because Washington's defense has struggled so much the way they have, and Michigan has a great defense. However, I don't think that they have seen the offense like Washington. Like, they haven't seen that yet. I mean, who have they played that has an offense like that? Nobody. Ohio State.
Not this year.
Not this year. Mm-mm. And Penn State couldn't even score any points on them. So who have they played? And then Alabama's offense was just, like we've talked about, subpar. Like Milroe against Penix. I mean, Penix is so much better than Milroe. And I get that Michigan was able to get in there, disrupt Milroe. Penix is just so poised. Even when he has pressure, he doesn't let it razz him. He is so just fantastic. I think Washington can pull it off. I think they have played very well when they keep getting dismissed, which they have been dismissed and treated as the underdog in all of these games. Everyone was cheering for Oregon. Everyone picked Oregon to win the championship game. Washington went in and won. Everybody was picking Texas. I mean, we said it last week. The ESPN predictor was like 66% for Texas. Washington goes in there and wins. I think I looked today. The ESPN predictor is like 70-something percent.
75%.
75% for Michigan. So, hey, I'm going Washington. They're going to have that underdog mentality, the chip on their shoulder that we Utah fans love so much. And Penix is going to go in there and blow them away. There you go. I'm going Washington. Go Huskies.
I'd love it.
I'm picking Washington. It's just so what we have, which is going to be really fun to see what happens, is that we've got two different styles of football.
Yeah.
Michigan is physical. They've got physical lines. They've got good secondary, all of that stuff. Top of college football. But Washington's O-line is really, really good. They're physical too. So one of the matchups that's going to be critical is that defensive line. And if there's blitzes or whatever, but if Washington's O-line can control or contain or manage the game against Michigan's D-line, that's Washington's favor. Because I think Washington has I think they have the best receiver core in all of college football. They don't have just one guy. They got 3 receivers and a tight end, all who are really good, and you have to cover all of those guys. They run the ball adequately. That passing game softens you up. You have to worry about that, so that does provide some, I think, running lanes. And what I get impressed with Washington is they do need to run the ball enough to make the other team be honest. And they're committed to it at times, even when it's not working for them, because they know in the long run it's going to happen. Now, on the other side of the ball, though, I think that Michigan will be able to move the ball more on Washington than they were against Bama. I think they're going to be able to run the ball and maybe even throw the ball better. Just out physical Washington. But they're going to have to score, because I don't think Michigan's going to hold Washington from scoring points. And if Washington gets going, I actually think they can win. But it's a matter of styles. Who's going to impose their style and their will on the other team? But in the end, it kind of goes back to the question I threw out in the front. It's about the other game, watching it saying, geez, Oregon could have won. It's because I felt like their offense could move the ball. Well, that's my same rationale here, because I do think Washington and Penix are going to be able to move the ball enough to win this game. I still think Washington's going to score 30. Now, maybe that's wishful thinking, but no, I don't. I think they have the ability to do it because they go for it. I mean, that's kind of where I'm coming from.
I mean, what I will say, like, am I going to be surprised if Michigan wins? Absolutely not, because they've proven that they can. And that matchup between Harbaugh and DeBoer, Harbaugh, he's finally gotten over the hump of winning a playoff game. He has been 0-2. Now he's finally won one of those. DeBoer is very impressive, though. So between those two, I don't know which way I really lean. I'd maybe lean towards Harbaugh a little bit more, but maybe just because DeBoer's pretty new. But I don't know. I want Washington to win so bad. I'm going to be cheering, wear my purple that day.
Oh, God. Don't go that far.
I am. Go Huskies.
I mean, right as of today, if you listen to the pundits on TV and on social media, everybody's all over Michigan. They're going to win it. Yeah. Michigan's the team. They're there. You know what? I think, again, people are underestimating the ability of Washington, and I think it's going to be manifest in this game. And I don't see McCarthy having the ability. Say Washington gets out into a lead, I don't see McCarthy having the ability to do what Ewers even did. McCarthy's perfect for that type of style and that type of offense where they can grind it out, get the lead, run the clock, overpower you. If they do that, then they're going to win the game. But if Washington is actually able to move the ball pretty well, put up some points, they're going to do it. They're going to be the champs. That's my great analysis right there.
I mean, it'll make a huge difference on Johnson for Washington. If he just can't play, I mean, that hurts big time, because that takes away your run option. I don't think Michigan came away from the game with any significant injuries, as far as I remember.
Washington?
No, I don't think Michigan came away from the Rose Bowl with anyone
not that
injured.
I know of, no.
So I really hope he can play, because I want to see the best versus the best. I mean, that's the thing here. We've got two undefeated teams. Hallelujah that an SEC team is not in the national championship for the first time since 2014. This is what we've been asking for.
Is Feinbaum on suicide watch?
No, Feinbaum actually gave Harbaugh a bunch of credit today. The sky is falling. I think it's the end of the world, because Feinbaum actually gave Harbaugh credit.
He did. Did he?
He did.
I heard him still say that. I think he wants Harbaugh out of college ball. The way he's pushing it toward the NFL, and the teams are coming after him. I don't think he can stomach the fact that he won that game.
Of course not. Hey, but I have said this to you throughout this year. Is Michigan going to win the national championship, and then the NCAA is going to do something stupid and take away their national championship? I've said this is going to happen.
Not now.
No, they've
Yes,
already
they-
given him his punishment. They've already given him the punishment. Like to add, because you'd be punishing him twice for the same thing. They already gave the punishment for the whole spying scandal. Unless something new comes to light, they're not going to take it away. They're not
No,
going.
but
They're not going to take it away.
It's the NCAA. Can't you see them doing that?
Well, they're
Yeah, I
stupid,
can see-
but I don't see it in
Yeah.
this.
They're pretty dumb, but yeah.
So you got a score? What do you got as scores?
Oh no, I can't give a score.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know. It's so tough. They're two opposing styles. I'm with you, Gary. I can see Washington. I don't know. It's going to be really fun. That's what's so exciting about it.
Yeah,
It's
great.
very unpredictable. I thought these two games this weekend were a lot more predictable. I kind of had an idea what they were going to look like. I didn't necessarily who was going to win, but what they were going to look like. I'm going to take 27-23 Michigan.
Okay.
I'm
gonna
going.
do
Go,
oh,
Brent. Go.
35-28 Washington.
Yeah, I'm 34-31 Washington.
I'd love it. Be great.
I think there's going to be more points than we think for different reasons. Because I think Washington can score, but I also think Michigan will be able to score because Corum is really good. That dude can run.
He's so good.
And,
3 muffed punts.
McCarthy can manage things. And I think their physicality will be able to push around the Washington defense a lot more than Bama's. So they'll be able to score. But I just think Washington will be able to score a few more in the end. Yeah. So
I love it.
bottom line is it's going to be a great championship game. And this is exactly what we wanted.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly what we wanted. And
So I
hey,
guess we'll
Oregon
see.
fans, are you going to cheer for Washington? This is a big
No,
question.
they're not. They're not.
Why
Oregon
not?
fans are not. It's
Really?
it's a huge rival, dude. They're not cheering. Oregon fans are cheering for Michigan they'll be wearing their maize and blue, dude. There's no way Oregon fans are cheering for Washington. There's no way. There's
wanna
no way.
know
And I
that.
don't blame them.
Why are we
Get on
cheering
social.
for him? Why are we cheering for him then?
I don't know why because they're not our bitter rival. And I really like Michael Penix. I think that he's the best player in college football, and I'd love to see him win it. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think Oregon fans are going to cheer for Washington. I don't know.
you're wrong.
Okay,
You're
would you cheer
wrong.
for USC? John W. just
Nope.
put he would never cheer for the one school and then USC if they were in the final. Would you cheer for
No.
USC if they were in the national championship?
Hell no. Would you?
No.
No. To back.
All right,
the
okay,
pack.
wait a minute. No,
No.
wait a minute. You're telling me you would cheer for Michigan over USC
Yes.
this year from your own
Yes.
conference,
Probably.
your own league?
1,000,000%.
Probably.
It's not even close. I don't have to think about it. I don't even have to think about it.
There's only one team I would never cheer for, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah,
But
and that's James's point that that's you wouldn't cheer for
But
your
it is a
better rival.
USC. They got to that point.
No. Yeah, Washington, Oregon is a major rivalry.
Well,
I'm cheering for the Huskies.
that wasn't my question. That wasn't the question. It's whether you could cheer for USC if they were in the final. But that's not going to happen. Is it ever going to happen now?
No, probably not.
SC
No.
fans, sorry to tell you.
Probably not. All right. Well, hopefully it's a good game and not just a blowout. We need a good championship game.
Give me a good
we're
game.
gonna have one. It's gonna be this one. So I really am hoping for that. And we'll be back to talk about it. We're gonna have to recap it next week, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was some good football, you have to admit. Some great
And then
college
football. Then it's the off season, which is just gross and sad and depressing. But one more game to go, everybody.
You see, we got Al
Hey, Washington, 31-28.
Washington 31-28. Yeah, good call. You're right.
I like
You're
it.
right.
Like it. I think
What do you
Washington will
mean
score
a
more.
Utah fan in name only, Rose?
She's right. If you cheered for USC, she's right.
That's
Man,
a new
Rosie,
term, a eufino.
Ufino?
she is all over Gary tonight. Holy smoke.
Block you. Gotta block her.
Oh, that's
I'll
funny.
unblock you,
Utah
Rose.
fan in name only. I'm gonna start using that now. That's great.
I do know some Ufinos.
Yeah. We do.
Is it Ufino or Ufino?
I know a bunch of them. They sit behind me at the football games.
Oh,
That's true. We got a
funny.
row of Ufinos right behind us.
Anyway.
All right. Let's get out of here. Go Huskies.
Go Oilers.
Go Oilers.
Go New Jersey Devils. That's who's the real team.
Oh, yeah, right.
And Raiders. Penix gonna look good in silver and black.
Oh, baby.